Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Melissa and I started this YouTube channel because it's something that I've always wanted to do. I've always been a really huge fan of YouTube. I follow a lot of people on YouTube. I love watching like everyday vlogs, get readies with me, teacher vlogs because I am a teacher. So I thought, why not take this time where I'm working at home to create my YouTube channel. I'm recording this video because I want you guys to get to know me before I start posting just random videos. So this video is going to be just kind of like a get to know me video, so you know who I am and what I'm about, just stuff like that. So I did take some notes on my phone, just of like random questions that I felt maybe people would want to know about me. So the first thing is my name. So like I said, my name is Melissa, and I am currently 28 years old. My birthday is May 29th, so I am a Gemini, but don't get scared. And where am I from? So I'm from Xoxo, California. So it is a smallish city, like outside of LA, closer to Pasadena, if you're familiar with Pasadena. But yeah, so I grew up in Xoxo. I lived there basically my whole life until now. I don't live there anymore, but my family does. My mom's whole side of her family grew up in Xoxo. So my grandma was born in Xoxo, and she just recently passed away, but she was 96 years old. So she lived there her whole life. So my mom and her brothers and her sisters all grew up there, and basically my whole side of my mom's family still lives there. So I have a lot of family in Xoxo. It's a really like tight community, so kind of like everybody knows everybody type of thing. Not so much, like of course there's people we don't know, but there is a lot of families that are similar to mine, where like they have like generations and generations of people that just like stayed in that same town. So there's a lot of people that did not like growing up in Xoxo and like couldn't wait to get out type of thing. I wasn't that type of person. I actually like really enjoyed growing up in Xoxo. I think it's because I got involved with like our city programs, and then when I was old enough to work for our city, I worked for like Parks and Recreation Department, and I really enjoyed that, and I worked there for 10 years. I just recently resigned, which was sad, but it was meant to be. I just moved on to like the next chapter of my life, but that's something that I just like really hold dear in my heart, is when I lived and I worked for the city of Xoxo. Okay, so next question is, where are my parents from? So like I said, my mom grew up in Xoxo. Her mom was born in Xoxo, but her dad is actually from Michoacan, Mexico. And she grew up not knowing her dad, so he got my grandma pregnant and then went back to live in Mexico, and then actually had like a whole other family over there. So my mom grew up with her siblings and my grandma, and then when my mom was 27 years old, she actually met her dad in Mexico, and they had a really good relationship until he passed away. He passed away when I was in 9th grade, so it's been a while. But we're really close to that side of our family still. My mom's stepmom and her siblings were very welcoming to her, so it was a really good thing for them. But yeah, so that's where my mom is from. And then my dad is actually from Zacatecas, Mexico. So he immigrated to the United States when he was 14 years old. And I have a lot of family that still lives there. Basically my whole side of my dad's family still lives in Zacatecas. So as a child, I used to visit there probably once a year at least. Then things started getting a little bit dangerous over there and we stopped going. So I haven't been there in several years. Well, I haven't been to Zacatecas. I've been to Mexico several times, but I haven't been to Zacatecas in several years, so I haven't seen my dad's side of the family for a really long time. But hopefully I will get to go soon, because I really do miss them, and I really do miss Zacatecas. It just like holds a really dear spot in my heart, because that is just like a really big part of my childhood. So I can't wait to go back there. Okay, so next question is, am I married? So yes, I am married. I just recently got married in October of 2019, so it hasn't even been a year yet. But my husband's name is Daniel, and he actually happens to be from Zacatecas as well. He was born in Zacatecas but immigrated to the United States when he was 4 years old with his family. So similar story to my dad's. But they're not from the same place in Zacatecas, but they're from where they're from is really close to each other. So when I get to go visit Zacatecas, I will get to visit my family and also his family as well. And then next question is, do we want to have kids soon? So we are pregnant with our first child. I am currently 5 months and 2 weeks pregnant. I'm due August 15th. And I'm going to be having a little baby boy, so I'm really excited about that. We're both very excited about that, our families as well. I don't even know what to say about it. It's crazy. It's kind of starting to hit me now that because it's coming so close that I'm gonna give birth and I'm gonna have a son. But yeah, we're very excited about it. Okay, so next question is, do you have any siblings? So yes, I do. I have 3 sisters and 1 brother, so I'm the oldest. So I have a sister named Emily, and then I have a sister named Ivani, and I have another sister named Sarah, and then the youngest in our family is my baby brother, and his name is Steven, which he's definitely not a baby. He's like 19 years old, but he's still the youngest in our family. Okay, and then so I wrote down Selene. Selene is my best friend, and I wanted to share that with you because she has been my best friend since kindergarten. So we're both 20, well actually she just turned 29, and I'm 28, but I'll be 29 in about a month, and we are still best friends. So I put her in there because she's a really big part of my life. We have the type of friendship where we don't need to see each other every single day, but we're still very close. So we've traveled together. I've traveled with her family as well, and that's something that we really enjoy doing, both of us. She is going to be getting married soon too. She's going to be getting married in October of 2020, so of this year. I'm really excited for her. I know she's very happy. Her fiance is such a great guy. And I'm really happy for her. I'm gonna be one of her bridesmaids, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah, and that is what I wanted to share about Selene. Okay, next thing, what do I do for a living? So I am a high school English teacher. This was actually my first year as a full-time high school English teacher, which it ended, well, it didn't really end, but it's definitely different than I think anybody else's first year because of this whole pandemic that's going on, and having to be quarantined. I chose to be a high school English teacher because I have worked with students for a really long time now. And the reason I chose high school, I really enjoy working with teenage students because I can be real with them. I feel like I can have a like legitimate conversation with them and they'll understand it. You know, of course some are a little bit more immature than others, but I don't feel like I can have conversations like the conversations I have with my students now. I don't feel like I could have with students that are younger, like in elementary school. So that's why I chose high school. The reason that I chose English, I think I'm gonna save that for a different video. But yeah, so currently a high school English teacher. I work for a charter high school, so it's a very different setting than a traditional high school. Smaller classes, and it's geared towards students who are behind in credits or students that actually want to move at a faster pace. So every student at our school is different, which I really enjoy. I really enjoy working with the students that go to our school, and I was sad to have to leave work to work from home, but I'm very fortunate that I'm able to work from home. So our school made that transition actually very fast and went virtual. So I'm actually gonna save that topic for another video as well, me working from home, teaching from home, and communicating with my students virtually. Okay, so next topic is things I like. So things I like are, number one, I put soccer. So I'm a really big soccer fan. I didn't grow up being a huge soccer fan, but I grew up around soccer. So my dad is a really huge soccer fan, and he actually played soccer for a really long time, and I actually didn't really get into it until after high school. I started coaching youth sports. That's another love of mine. I love coaching youth sports. I haven't done it this year because I was getting used to being a full-time teacher, and I just didn't feel like I had the time to do it. I was also getting married. But I really love coaching, so I started coaching soccer, and at first I was like, well, I don't really know a lot about soccer. I mean, I know you know, the fundamentals about it, but I wasn't a huge soccer fan, so I wasn't really excited. But then I really fell in love with the sport, and I love coaching soccer. I love watching soccer. I love going to soccer games, and that's something that I think really brought my dad and I closer together, because I really enjoyed watching soccer with him. And so that is one of the things that I really like now. And also my husband is a soccer player, so I always watch his games as well. Next thing, I put traveling. I really love to travel. It's something that I have enjoyed my whole life. Like when I mentioned earlier, I used to travel to Mexico as a child, and up into my teenage years with my family, and then after that I would go on my own, because well, number one, I love Mexico, but I've also traveled to other places. So I've traveled to Costa Rica as well, and I've also traveled to a few places within the United States. I can definitely say that I like traveling outside of the United States more than within the United States. It's a lot cheaper, and I feel like it's just like has obviously like different culture, which I like, and I plan to do a lot of traveling in my life. Okay, and I also put, I'm just looking down at my phone, I also put going to the movies. So that's something that my husband and I really enjoy doing. We love going to the movies. It's something that when we were dating we used to do like weekly, and then after we got married we would go every so often. We would still go a lot, but now obviously we can't go with the whole quarantine. Something I do miss for sure. Next thing I put is crime. So that's something that I'm really interested in. Is I really like watching shows on crime, or reading books on crime, or listening to podcasts that are on crime. Even though I am a teacher right now, I went to school to become a teacher, I have a master's degree in education, I do think that one day I might want to go to law school or do something within the field of law, because I am like really passionate about that. And the last thing I put on my notes are future plans. So like I said, I do love teaching, and it was only my first year of teaching. I plan to teach for a while. I don't know if I want to move up within education, as in like administration. I thought I did, but now being a teacher, probably not want to do that. Maybe like counseling, something like that, but I don't know, we'll see. So like I said earlier, I am pregnant with my first child. My husband and I do want to have more children after our first child. We want to travel, and yeah, so I don't, the future isn't super clear, but definitely want to have more kids, and we want to travel. I do want to maybe make a career change eventually, or maybe not. Maybe I'll teach like something in law or in like criminal justice, something like that, but who knows. But that's all I have on my notes. So I just wanted to make this video so that my subscribers or people who watch my videos know a little bit about me. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'm an open book. That was just a little bit about me, just like probably like the first chapter or like a table of contents going over things about me in my life. But if you have any questions, you can comment down below. I will be making more videos. I actually really enjoy this. and I like the editing process and putting it all together. I got a little bit of a glimpse of that when I was in my master's program. We had to do a lot of recording and editing for some reason, even though it was master's in education, but it was with technology, so that's probably why. But I got a little piece of that during that time and I really enjoyed it. And like I said, I really enjoy YouTube, so I said, okay, why not make my own channel? I want to connect with other teachers or just other people in general. It doesn't have to be a teacher. And yeah, so this is going to be my first video. I actually filmed another video already. I filmed an apartment tour of where I live, so I'll be posting that soon as well. So I hope you guys have a great day. Like I said, comment down below if you have any questions. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. I would really appreciate all that. Thanks.